You guys ready? You ready? That was night number 2 at the Mann now. They've come and gone. And look at this start. Another really good start like last night. And then look at this. After a good start, then we get Page McConnell special right here. So a little bit in common at each night. You got Mike's there, and then the Mike's Boogie On. That's kind of a little specialty there. If you're like, if you were groaning a little bit about the no Mike's hydrogen again. Well, look at this. They go back into Mike's. They finish it up properly just so they can get the launching pad right into hydrogen. Not really a launching pad, I guess, more to drop into I Am Hydrogen. And then in Weekapaug, Mike Gordon has to be one of Mike's favorite songs. Nah, but maybe not at this point. Maybe it's not. Still one of mine, though. So all of this leads to a great start. And then into Page McConnell's. You don't want Page to get jealous, We're all about Mike Gordon, right? Even Boogie On Reggae Woman. That might as well be a Mike song, the way Phish plays it. So then we move on to Mound. And, it is with a lot of new songs moving in, whether if it's, the Halloween shows, the Ghost of the Forest, all these recent debuts. Mound is no doubt one of the songs that has taken a hike. And that was always the case, It was big, in its heyday of the 90s. It was all the time, and then the early 2000s, started to take a little bit of a back seat. And then when they came back, you even go back a decade or so, 2012 or 13, Mound got maybe it wasn't a complete regular, but certainly more than the Mound we get now. Sound check 2 nights in a row. I guess what the band is calling practice at this point. And then Moma Dance, much later in the first set here, Moma Dance. Prince Caspian getting another run, yet another birthday. CK5's birthday, I believe it was, and happy birthday to him. About to run. All right, and then, so if we took a little time off here, number line, that's hot, bit high energy, man. What are you talking about time off? That's high energy, bro. Yeah, it sure is. So then we get into About to Run. Trey loves that one. I love that one. That's just like hard rock star Trey, That's good stuff. Fluffhead, and, a lot of good set closers this whole set, really. Fluffhead again. Ended it with a Hall of Famer here, night 2 at the Mann. And let's get over here to the good stuff. This is what we're here for most nights. We had a much better first set than last night, I believe. And then Set Your Soul Free. Didn't go too crazy, Luckily, I suppose. If it's going to completely go off, we'll take it, I believe at some point there was the Set Your Soul Free was written up here on this wall. Things got so wild. So then Carini, really, though. Oh, man, right there in the 2-hole. Starting out the second set, really, and, it started out the jam was really chill, and it slowly built and built and built. Trey playing these kind of nice soaring jams. Kind of even reminded me a little bit of the Summer 2021 tour. They had some jam similar sound here that Trey was going with. And finally that drifts off, felt like, all right, we got our money's worth with this Carini. Off to a good start here. And then Page kind of takes over for a little bit. Maybe they weren't done with Carini just yet. And then Trey sort of butts in on Page. I don't think Page was quite done yet. So Trey butts in on him, which was okay, because then it led to a part 2 of the Carini jam. I think easily a top 5 jam this summer. The Ruby Waves being up there, the Tweezer. And this Carini now. And then, well over 20 minutes, then it just went full on, as it crescendoed again, maybe like almost had a chalk dust feel to it, maybe even signs of the limb by limb that was to come. So we got to cool down. Everybody had to cool down. I did, the crowd did, the band did. We get joy here after all that big madness in the Carini. Check out the Healing Net Foundation if you get a chance. If you care about Trey at all and the people he loves, you'll check out the Healing Net Foundation in honor of Joy played tonight. And then Golden Age, not quite done here. That's always great when you get something like this. It seems early, 3rd song for Joy. Not a sign that they're calling it a night. And had a little bit of almost like a bluesy feel at one point, I believe, in the Golden Age jam. Trey even took a back seat for a moment. Not long. Don't trust me. It wasn't long, but giving everybody else a chance to show off there. The Phish trio jamming for a moment, and then the Limb by Limb kind of coming out of nowhere here late in the second set. But again, no duds. Golgi doesn't get a ton of play. Maybe we'll get 2 of them though this summer already. All right, maybe it does get some. I was getting ready to compare it with Mound, but not the case. We got yet another Golgi. Had the crazy controversial Golgi from maybe last year. I thought was horrible. You guys thought was amazing. Still undecided, some people. I don't know, the one that just had that weird jam, but I was like, I don't know, I thought it was all a mess. And they're like, oh, well, let's just improvise. Enough about that. This Golgi led into this hood, which was outstanding, you know, and hood and antelope. This lady, you got this in the middle, but really to end the show with this hood, sometimes it just feels like, all right, we got about this much time left. Let's play hood. And then sometimes, same thing with antelope. It's going to pretty much be rinse and repeat here. But this one also felt like it had a little something extra. One of my favorite antelopes in a while. And while hood's usually strong, antelope definitely has that feel. Like, all right, we got a time slot to fill here, a set to close, an encore to play. Not tonight with this antelope, you know. Maybe they just like, all right, this is our last chance, man. Let's give it to them. It was given to me during that antelope for sure. Strong, high energy, bro, as bro would say. All right, so encore, you know, yes, you know, maybe the same thing as last night. We got Velvet Sea and Fire, similar. So a lot of similarities between the two shows. Almost got through a show without. Man, that was probably like the 8th word I said wrong. Who am I kidding? About to say, almost got through a show without saying a word wrong. We got a Billy Ripken-esque error card tonight too. Filled out the first set, and I was like, oh no, where's About to Run? Barely had any room left. So luckily on take 2, wise enough to mix in the hydro, but man, might have to put that one on eBay. You guys remember the Billy Ripken error card, I'm sure. Bunch of geezers around this channel, including myself. It's all right, the Man Night 2, there it is. That Carini, man, something else. What was the winner in the first set? You know, I don't know. I liked all this stuff here at the beginning, but sure love it when Paige sings to us all. The Moma dance being a little later was cool. Caspian's nice, but Caspian and Moma back to back, well, Fluffhead gets a little red. Come on, man. What's up with that? All right, so voila. All right, guys, boom. Thanks for tuning in. That last 45 seconds was pretty useless, huh? I wonder why these videos last 7 minutes. And then I was talking about a Golgi from like 9 years ago. All right, guys, boom. We're out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Give us a thumbs up if you're still here. And if you're not subscribed, you have to at this point.